Do you need help in talking conversations and keeping like sentence? Apparently, I fucking do because I can't even fucking talk right now. Do you need help with talking? Let's watch this video.
We've all had conversations that feel forced or boring or are filled with
Yeah.
awkward silences. It can be
Yeah.
almost painful, like this next clip.
So like country music, or you like country?
Some country.
Yeah. Cool.
So in this video, we're going to go over 5
I
steps
feel like
to
it was the
small talk.
other guy's problem.
We'll do so by breaking down some tricks that Joe Rogan uses on his podcast to connect with everyone from academics to athletes to celebrities.
Like in that situation, you could ask like, "Oh, do you like this person?" Or like, "What do you like about this person?" Or like, "Is there any other type of music you like?" Or, "You about to fuck a bitch?" Like, what you trying to do? What you doing right now? Like, why do you have that Tupperware in your hand? Like, bro, you could do anything right there.
Sets, and some will be word-for-word questions you can steal. These
All right.
habits are a big reason
So we're
why
stealing
so
from
many
Joe
of
Rogan.
Joe's conversations end like this.
Bob Saget, I love you.
I love you, Joe.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank
you.
you.
It was a lot of fun.
This was great.
This was great, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I really
you so
enjoyed
much.
this, man. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
me-
it.
and
Tell
vice versa.
people I always appreciate you, man. Really do.
Thanks, and I really appreciate you too.
Most people have their guard up when they first meet you. They aren't sure if you're going to be competitive or try to put them down in some way. So the first trick you can steal from Joe is to grease the wheels early with a compliment. This isn't something you have to do to make a small talk go well, but it helps you start the
Ooh, that's
conversation with a
interesting.
positive vibe. There's a lot of potential compliments you could give someone. That said, there's 3 easy types you can focus on for small talk: their work, their energy, or a platonic physical compliment. With those 3 options, you should be able to compliment.
I love your energy. It's just so warming. I love the way you talk. What the fuck?
Compliment almost anyone you meet. Here's a quick example of each.
Thank you very much for being here. I'm a really big fan, so this is an honor. I love being around people like you.
My guy.
People around you, people like you, you're going for shit all the time, and it's infectious. It's like you.
I love being around you. It just lifts my spirit. You're just funny, and I just want to laugh. I want to always be around you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's never like a dull moment with us.
You give off energy.
Cheers, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
By the way, congrats on the mustache. The mustache lower piece combo.
You have a very nice smile. Dude, wait. Oh, I really you're growing out your beard. I like it. I like it growing out. Don't shave it. Don't shave it. Nah, you didn't shave it. Don't shave it. I like it.
That's the anarchist guy with that guy that who's the mask?
Oh,
Guy Fawkes. That's right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
perfect, right?
People make 3 common mistakes when giving compliments that you'll want to avoid. The first is making the compliment too sexual. Second is making a compliment you don't mean, which makes you seem
You have nice bibs.
manipulative. The third is dwelling on the compliment. A compliment is great, but especially with people of high status who hear compliments all the time, you'll want to transition off of it fairly quickly. In general, transitioning off of an
You have a very nice smile. Oh, you get that all the time. Well, then fuck you, then, bitch.
introduction and into an interesting conversation is one of the hardest parts of small talk. The best way to do this is by transitioning between topics using reminds me of thinking. For example, with Josh Barnett, Joe starts the conversation in his standard way by complimenting his beard.
How long you been growing that? That's a real one. That's a
this
man's
thing-
beard.
After Josh responds, Joe does what most people would do and starts talking about his own hair, but very quickly he uses that to toss out a new potential topic.
Probably like 35, I started growing like serious back hair. I'm not like, who's that Russian wrestler dude? There's this one.
Oh, well, there was this guy, Victor Zangiev, who actually did professional wrestling. That guy was just coated in it.
Oh, yeah,
And
right.
there's another guy, Salman Hashimikov.
Most people make
What
the
the
mistake of
fuck?
thinking very linearly during small talk, so they'd simply comment on their own hair and
Oh, so you just like, oh, okay, I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying. So like, maybe like, bro, what the fuck? Your nose is big as fuck. Reminds me of that fucking one bird off that one cereal. Fucking, is it Fruity Pebbles? Fruity Pebbles, right? And you're like, oh yeah, Fruity Pebbles, bro. I want some Fruity Pebbles right now.
and stare over at you, hoping that you would take the conversation somewhere interesting. Just by tossing out that his back hair reminds him of a Russian wrestler, Joe and Josh are able to spend the next 4 minutes talking about various wrestlers and MMA fighters. It's a simple habit to build and makes a huge difference in the quality of your small talk. Here's another quick example with Rob Lowe. Rob asked Joe a question about baseball, which Joe doesn't seem interested in talking about. Most people here would just say something like, no, not really, and let the conversation stall. Instead, Joe uses lateral thinking to transition to something else.
Are you a fan of the baseball with the crowd noise? Piped-in crowd noise?
No, I'm not a fan of fake noise. I hate that some cars do that. They put fake engine noise through the speakers.
Oh, Jesus.
Exactly.
Because he didn't just answer the
crazy.
question, but instead asked himself what fake sound in a baseball stadium reminds him of, they were able to transition to cars, a topic it turns out they both love. So next time you're in conversation...
But what if he didn't like that conversation? Like, what if he doesn't like talking about cars either? So what happens there?
Anything to say, it's as simple as asking yourself, what does this remind me of? And then branch off in whatever direction first comes to your mind. In both those cases, you see another common habit of Joe's. He pings for topics of mutual interest. Joe is infamous for doing this by bringing up DMT in every conversation.
Good DMT, 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 DMT.
When a guest doesn't know what it is, it just goes by the wayside. But when they do, it's an immediate connection. This will keep you genuinely interested in the conversation. Joe is a master at doing this in the other direction as well. He has 2 tricks to get other people excited about the conversation. They're both super easy to do, but most people don't do them, which is why small talk feels so painful at times. For example, here's a common small talk conversation.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
Wilmington, Delaware. I don't know many people from Delaware.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is Wilmington like? Nice town?
Yeah, it's great.
Where are you from? Is it nice there? These are boring questions that no one is going to be excited to answer unless they already like you. It's very similar, but watch what Joe asks instead.
Why Utah, man? Why you live in Utah? What's that about?
Joe peels the onion. He goes one level deeper by asking why questions that get someone talking about what they value. This may seem hard to work into a conversation, but it's actually quite simple. You just do it in 2 phases.
Yeah, why Utah though? Utah is so horrible. I hate Utah.
Where do you live? That's cool. Why do you live there? What do you do for work? Interesting. Why did you decide to do that? Even if the person doesn't love where they live, you'll get to hear what's important to them. Maybe it's their job, their family, a passion, whatever it is. Now you know what's important to them and can ask a question about that, which they're much more likely to want to talk about. This ties directly into the second trick Joe uses. He asks questions that are fun to answer. For example, an issue you might run into with small talk is that some people don't have anything interesting going on in their lives to share about. One way to get them past that block is to ask a fun question that removes the constraint of having to be realistic. Here's a few examples.
If you had a magic wand and someone said you could do whatever you want to fix this, what would you do? If you were the king of the world.
So you'd have to fucking be creative as fuck to do this shit too though. Like, let me think. If you'd be an animal, what? If you'd be an animal in the jungle, say you're an animal in the jungle, right? What animal would you want to be? I say, I want to be a frog because I like frogs. I like those dangerous, like, was it the rainforest frogs though? Like the ones that are like very like poisonous, that like are very like colorful and shit. See, I'm having a conversation with myself. That's how fucking.
Ed, what are we gonna do? Let's say you become president.
Pulling both tricks together, a great.
I would not want to be president. Fuck no. I never would want to be. That's too much pressure.
Tree of questions.
You're
to
selling
get
your soul.
Conversation going can be, what do you do? Then as a follow.
Do you believe in people selling their souls and shit, like rappers, like in the industry and shit? Like, well, I'm so good at this shit. I'm so good.
You can ask why and elicit their values. If they say no, you can ask, well, if you had $100 million, what would you do instead? Joe also has 2 habits for creating a connection with people while listening. The first is he laughs easily. This makes it more fun to talk to him because it makes you feel good for being funny even when you aren't trying to be. For instance, watch him react when Elon Musk talks about selling flamethrowers through the Boring Company.
How many did you make?
20,000.
And they're all gone.
Here's another example where Joe laughs at what Dan Bilzerian is saying, even though Dan isn't trying to make a joke.
And I was single, and I was just like, you know what? it. I'm just kind of like do bucket list shit, like whatever, whatever I wanted to do when I was a kid. I'm just gonna.
That just boosted his ego so much, bro. That boosted. Like you just want to keep on talking about it. Just laugh.
He's able to find humor in the absurd, and in both cases, you see the other person light up a bit as they get a laugh from Joe.
Sing that.
For another example, watch David Blaine's big smile after he accidentally makes Joe laugh.
Yeah, but
Choked out is euphoric.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Except this one's even better. And then you have all these dreams. No.
You make it sound exciting.
The goal here is not to fake laugh. What you want to do is allow yourself to laugh every time you find something funny. Laughing is a habit that gets easier the more you do it. So if you struggle to laugh when you're out with friends or in conversation with strangers, a good habit is to watch something you know will make you laugh right before going out. This will help you be in a better state to laugh in conversation. The second habit Joe has when listening is...
Wait, so you're supposed to watch, like, a video, like, say, like on TikTok, you're supposed to watch, like, a... Okay.
There's several ways to mirror, but Joe's is
weird. That's some
similar to
mental shit.
ex-FBI negotiator Chris Voss's method.
The mirroring that I teach is much more simplistic and, interestingly enough, has a great impact on how the other person interacts with you. And it's just repeating the last 1 to 3 words that they've said, word for word, 1 to 3 words.
Oh yeah, I've heard of, you just repeat what they say, like, bro, I really love potatoes. Oh, you like potatoes? Yeah, I love potatoes. Like, just repeat what they say.
Or it's repeating a selected 1 to 3 words.
Here's a quick example where he mirrors to make you feel heard.
It's not like I want to like take over the world. I just want to like make a good living doing what I love. That's all I want, you know, and it's fucking hard.
I know it's hard.
Here's a different example.
I know it's hard. What the fuck?
This time, he mirrors
What's hard, Joe?
with Jordan Peterson before taking control of the conversation.
Or King, what do you call him? Prime Minister Trudeau, that fella?
The Castro lover.
The Castro lover. I was just going to say that. This guy.
Don't do this after every sentence, but if you find you want to make someone feel heard or you want to interrupt without making the person feel ignored, mirror their last 3 words.
She's scary.
Also, it's worth noting, while Joe does mirror people's words, he is not a chameleon. He stays true to himself and his style. For instance, Jordan Peterson is a polite guy who wears a suit and chooses his words carefully, but you just saw Joe chatting with him in a hoodie, dropping F-bombs in the first minute. So you want to mirror someone's last few words as a quick hack to build a bit of rapport, but you don't want to copy everything about someone. Stay true to yourself and have confidence in who you are. If that's something you'd like more help with, I think the fastest way to build true social confidence in yourself in a meaningful way is with our program, Charisma University. It's a step-by-step guided
Bro,
program.
I know damn well this dude did not just turn this video into a fucking ad for his fucking thing. I know damn well this dude did not. How does this even happen?
A bit of rapport, but you don't want to copy everything about someone. Stay true to yourself and have confidence in who you are. If that's something you'd like more help with, I think the fastest way to build...
This dude just... Alright, that's it for the video. Punk.